everybody, my name's Natalka Pasachnik and I'm an opera singer. Happy New Year! Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to earn money as a musician in 2021 / during a pandemic, seen as the new year doesn't mean that this thing's going away immediately. So I thought this would be super relevant and hopefully helpful to any like-minded musicians like me out there making their way in the world. So let's get straight to it. Now, one thing I dislike that you may hear around is people might think, oh, so you're a musician, so you're either going to make it or you're going to be a teacher. Similar things about artists, because it's another kind of art basically. But this is an obvious way of earning money as a musician, and it pays very well, especially one-to-one instrumental / vocal lessons. So this can be done online now. You can advertise yourself as an online teacher. At the start with my students, a lot of my students stopped because they didn't know if it would be the same kind of experience online during the first lockdown, but a couple have come back to me and now I've had new students coming in, and sometimes people actually prefer online because it's less hassle, it's safer obviously, and technically it costs less if they're travelling to you or you're travelling to them as well. So that's definitely a thing to consider and a big money earner for musicians. As a one-to-one musician, it's a nice thing to keep on the side. So it's a flexible work that can basically work around you completely, especially with your own private independent students. And then you can go to rehearsals and stuff around that and plan it accordingly. Now, of course, there's also the route of taking a PGCE and becoming a music teacher. I personally didn't do that just because I want to keep my work flexible and I want to have multiple forms of income as a performer rather than have one job, but that's just my personal preference. That could be another route for you. There are also loads of employed jobs that you can go for out there which are part-time, still flexible in some senses, or can allow you to be flexible with rehearsals for projects and things, while not being a 5-day-a-week job. For example, I'm currently doing a couple of 1-day-a-week jobs, for example, and they are at art or music schools and performing arts schools, which is really good because it means that you don't have to take the PGCE to go down that route, but it's still more stable because somebody's actually employed you. And even during lockdowns, for example, for me, I know I've got something to come back to after, for example, like the second lockdown, after that had finished, I had all the jobs to come back to. I'm just gonna give a word of advice on applying to jobs right now. Of course, these are really competitive times, let alone being competitive for musicians as a career generally, especially because so many people are sadly losing their jobs right now. It's really hard to get a job that you really want. So my word of advice is, usually I would say quality is everything, but right now quantity should also be a big part of your job applications too. Don't just spend ages on one job application. I'm afraid right now you just have to go for everything under the sun. At the beginning of the academic year, I had just graduated. I'll be honest, I was applying for jobs every single day. Literally, it was crazy, and I didn't get anything back for months. I started actually at the beginning of the summer holidays, so include those months. Now, this is because it was so competitive, but then again, maybe it was also because I was waiting the summer and people weren't doing things in the summer and everyone was like, what is happening? We don't know what we're doing in the new academic year. But finally, in the new year, things started trickling through and now I've got a pretty full schedule. So my word of advice is apply to everything you can see that's musical, that you think could work in your schedule as a performer, composer, or whatever you are, but if you're unsure of something, maybe still apply to it anyway, just because it's so competitive right now and it's worth going for, and to have that option there. Number 2, there are sites such as Patreon and GoFundMe where you can have people donate money to you. I know this isn't really earning money, it's people paying you because they like your work, but on your social media you could always say, if you like my content or if you like my performance or compositions, you can support me by going here and donating to support whatever expenses there are for your particular musical career. The next one is sitting right in front of you. Make a YouTube channel. I'd had a YouTube channel for 5 years or so. I had uploaded a couple of videos, but it was never like I was a YouTuber. I just put up videos of my performances so that I could share them, and if I auditioned for something I could ping off a video of a previous performance. But during the first lockdown I thought, this could be a thing to expand, and I was starting to watch videos of YouTubers and them saying how they earn money, and they basically live off of their YouTube channel. I don't know if I'll fully live off of my YouTube channel. I intend for it to get quite big one day, but as a performer I'll always want to be performing. But yeah, back to the point, I uploaded videos for a couple of months and I did not expect for my YouTube channel to blow up so suddenly as it did a couple of weeks ago. I was hoping for it to happen, but I didn't know it would. So YouTube is another source of income that could be something for you to consider. Just be warned, it does take a while. I've just had my channel monetized, but honestly it's gonna take a while for it to get there. If you want me to do another video on how to get your channel looking fab as a musician and how to blow up, then feel free to comment in the section below and I shall consider that for my next music advice video. Number 4. This one is something I haven't heard people talk about so much when looking at videos of how to earn money as a musician. Maybe because I haven't looked at many classical musicians talking about this, but scholarships are a very good way to get experience as a performer and have a little bit of income as well on the side. Now obviously it's not like a job, it's just like a lump sum usually, and then you just get the experience with it, so it's not something you could just do on its own, but it's something to have as well as all these other bits. My general advice as well for jobs as a musician kind of applies to everything. If you want to earn a lot and do well and feel comfortable in yourself, try go for multiple sources of income. So the 4 points that I've made today are made because I've kind of done each one of them or going to do them at least, and I'm considering all of these, and I think that's really valuable to have multiple things. So don't just put all your eggs in one basket, because as a musician it is pretty unstable, especially freelancing can be quite scary, so it's good to have multiple sort of opportunities and things to rely on so that you kind of feel comfortable as well, and you know, if this one thing fails, or if I lose that, then I've got this. If I lose this, then I've also got that thing over there, etc. So I hope this helped. Those are my ideas and thoughts, and as I say, if you're currently applying, just keep going for it. Also, just note, I didn't include performances and gigs in this video because obviously it's a little bit hard to get those right now. I hope this list really helped. Do let me know if you're a musician and you, or artist of any sort, and you found a new kind of job that you never really thought of, or if you have any ideas I'd be super interested, and it'd be nice for everyone to help each other in the comments. Good luck, and just keep going for it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate your support. If you want more content, do check out my Instagram and Facebook pages, and do like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, goodbye!